Today, we sit down with one of the premier gaming aids and terrain cutting companies.
From buying your first box of minis and paint to being a competent player at the gaming table, we have you covered.
We play every miniature game at a heroic level. We'd like to take a moment and thank our sponsors and Patreons that keep the channel going, plus you for watching the videos. Be heroic and click that subscription button. Welcome everybody. Today we are here with one of our sponsors, one of our first sponsors, Rexer's Lasers. Greatly appreciate having on. This is Joey, for all those that don't know and have not seen him around at 50 gazillion different venues.
Oh yeah, I know. It's crazy.
He is actually here, so we're doing two things. We're messing around, so it is the start of 10th edition of Warhammer 40K if you ever watched this on a VOD. And they have got finished cutting a set of GW terrain. And so he was like, hey, we've got a set. So I was like, all right, let me get a set. So we're going to start using it when we do our battle reports. But then since he was here, I was like, hey, you got a minute? We're just going to sit down and talk.
Yeah, sounds
so. One, you can see the terrain set. We've got it here. I will zoom in and do some things if you want to talk about it.
Yeah, so Veronica just finished the set. I want to make sure that everyone knows this. I am the one that pushes the button. Veronica is the one that designs all the terrain. So, yeah, if you come up to me and say, hey, great terrain, I will just point you in her direction because I do not have these skills. What we did was we took the GW layout and broke it down and said, okay, this is how we can mimic each of their layouts for all four tables. And I think we got an awesome set.
Oh, no, it looks amazing. I actually am going to take and flip here the camera for a second here. So if I hit the button right, let's see. Yeah, there we go. And so what I did is I've got this underneath one of the cameras so you can actually see the designs up close and everything. And I'm going to swap that piece out with another one here. Because that is this is one of the small L walls, I think.
Yeah, the area terrain, small L's, or they make a small T.
And I will tell you with the designs in it, because we've painted some, because we had some from the 9th kind of set that they did. And now we're looking at getting these for our event that we run. The paint really goes well on this stuff. Like it actually gives you the depth and curvatures even when you paint it. So that's actually really, really cool. On there too. I mean, it's amazing on the design. Oh my gosh, and I'm awful. Now there you go. How about I can click the button because all you did was see us talking, but that's okay. So we're going to show this because I do want to give Veronica her props because it is amazing with all that. Like that's so cool. And like I said, the paint will take to it and you'll still see all the design and everything. So it is really, really awesome from that standpoint. And then from the top, I actually kind of do that too. Which I gotta take all those dice out apparently because I realized I didn't grab the right thing. So yeah, we're gonna kind of mess with that here in a minute. That's okay. I will show this off. So if we do this, I'm always professional. You can go to the website. It is
rexerslasers.com, and then we can do email at rexerslasers@gmail.com.
gmail.com. You can go place your order there. You do gaming aid as well. So you've got, oh my goodness, Joey, I'm just awful. There is the website.
Yes.
So we can take and go there. And then you've got your gaming aids.
Yes.
And we're going to come back to this one. So like there is, yes, an oath of the moment.
Yep.
You've got, oh, I didn't even realize that. Is it double-sided on this
This
one?
isn't double-sided.
Okay.
But the battle, this was my idea. I was like, ooh, that way we can have the same thing. Because you're either half strength and
half strength. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
And we can do it all custom. So if you want red with a white inlay or black with a green inlay, it's completely up to you. We'll do. We're pretty low on our custom orders too. So if you only need 4 or 5, don't worry. Just let us know and we'll cut it out for you.
Oh, cool. So that's really cool. Yeah, because I think a lot of times I know. So just kind of getting into it. So been running at it for
3 years. June 1st.
June 1st for 3 years. I noticed today, because when this comes out, people see when it's released. But I noticed that you're going to LSO, and that was one of the first events y'all attended.
Yeah, that was one of the first events we attended. We had Clutch right before then, but I don't remember if we vended there. I know we did the terrain.
I know you cut the terrain. Yes.
I don't remember if we had a vendor table there.
Yeah, not for sure on that aspect. But I know you're at the Lone Star, and this will be your third year being there.
Yep, yeah.
Through that time frame, y'all have been all over the U.S.
Mostly Texas. I don't think we've vended outside of Texas.
Have you done it anywhere? Did you do the big one?
No.
Okay, didn't do the big one yet.
We're going to try to do LVO this year.
LVO this year.
It's
All
just
right, cool. It's carrying a lot of stuff.
we don't know how to get it all there and back.
Look, me running around doing a few streams here and there, I saw how much y'all had. I mean, they bring the kitchen sink with them. So if they're at a venue and you're there, you can not only order custom work. If you find the product you want, you can take the product home, which is really cool.
Yeah, and if you can't take it home, if you order it from us at an event, we ship it for free.
So yeah, that's really cool on that aspect there. So what? I mean, I know it's all. I'm just going to call it Veronica's design.
Yes.
You just push the button. What was your concept of just saying, hey, I want to take and see about doing this?
So it happened. The London Open happened, and everyone was dogging on them on their terrain.
Okay.
And I know it's hard to run an event, and I kind of was like, I don't want it. I want it to be one less thing that a TO has to worry about, and I want you to have nice terrain at a good price. And I was talking to this with Eric on our way back from Las Vegas Open. We were waiting for our Southwest flight, and it was like, how hard would it be to laser cut? I was like, I have no idea, but let me look into it. And so I started with an itty bitty, they call them K40s.
Okay.
I did my first set of terrain then, and then from there I upgraded to a 60 watt, and then I upgraded to, we just got our third laser, which is awesome.
Third laser.
Yeah.
He can cut stuff out pretty fast.
Yeah. Our turnaround has gone from like 10 sets a week to I think we can do it in 2 days kind of thing.
Oh, wow. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, which is awesome because we can get bigger events and we can get people that are like, hey, I need 20 sets by the end of the week. It's like, all right, let's get going.
Like you said, he's only went to the Texas events locally. I know they're looking at that possibly could make it to the others. The cool thing is he's been able to, over the past 3 years, you've been able to supply several different venues that you may have went to that y'all have cut the terrain for.
Yeah, I think every event run in Texas uses
the cut.
uses
Anybody
our
outside of that?
Dice Hammer in California.
Dice Hammer in California?
They bought a whole thing, and I believe that's it.
But if you're a TO, I'm going to tell you this. Reach out to them because they've got their sets. But if you're ordering for an event, as Joey said, his passion with this was to help an event. So they'll do ways to make that where it makes it to where it's feasible so that you can get terrain sets.
Yeah. And we do like, especially for big TOs, we're like, hey, this is my budget. What can you do? And Veronica is very good about saying, hey, we're breaking it down in this way. We're going to, instead of doing detail, we're going to give you stencils for easier painting. So you still have the detail, but the pieces are the same. So.
Yeah, they do everything. They can work it into your budget. So if you're looking at starting an event, whether it's 30 people to 100 people, they can take and make it happen. I know that they've helped us out in ours. And then as we're moving into 10th, I'm looking at the terrain, going to start working with them on possibly seeing what we can do to take either modify what we've got or be able to add to more. So they really take and do that. But that's not all you do is terrain.
No, we do acrylics and wound counters, dice trays.
See that?
There we go. Yeah, I just brought my little if you've been to an event, we give that out as swag sometimes. Yeah, and you can put your logo on there, your event's logo. It's just something nice that everyone kind of walks away with that they actually use. And,
yeah. I think at the last tournament I was at, somebody had one vehicle. And let me dig in my pocket and find my wound counter that I just got as a swag. And they're like, all right, I got 9 wounds left. Versus putting dice out because you're rolling dice in this game. Yeah. And when you do, sometimes dice get bumped. Was that a wound? Was that not? And when you've got the counters, it's really good. But not only wound counters, one of the things that I actually have been really impressed with Veronica as y'all have expanded is the gaming aids for the army. So when we come to 40K, when Fate Dice were the Fate Dice in 9th, she went in and she built that, not Faith Dice, Faith Dice. Faith Dice. Fate Dice, she built that one, and then Faith Dice for sisters. She's got one of those too. If
Yes.
you have, if those, they've got objective markers. I'm gonna pull it up here because I've screwed up my top view, but they've got those. And then I don't know if you still have the others are gone. Is this now the ones?
That's a new one. We still have a
You
couple
still
of
have
these.
still sets. So if you want some OG sets,
Oh, our OGs are gone.
oh, OGs are gone. Oh, okay.
So, but yeah.
And then, oh yeah, actually, let me see the tray. So this is another neat thing. So they've got trays, but they can now start putting your image on.
Yeah, we were doing just engraving on them, but I was like, hey, let's do some color photos on there.
So that's really cool.
You can get your team, your army. Hey, this really cool piece of art. Want to stick on there?
No, it's awesome. Because as anybody knows, when you have all those tools and stuff, it really makes the game fun. It makes it easy. It makes it very clear and decisive for your opponent you're playing. Because as my favorite streamer Joe says, this game takes two people to tango, and the better off you have all the stuff. And they do. They have it all. And not only that, if one of the things that I have thoroughly appreciated, and I know Veronica, I don't know if she enjoys it, but she seems to enjoy it.
She's getting there.
if you come up with an idea of something you might want,
Yeah.
and you pitch it to her, give her a second because they are busy, but she likes to figure out and like, oh, let me see if I can pull this out. So
She will stop what she's doing to work on a new idea. We've had 2 terrain sets this year. One was a iron cage, and he came to us. He was like, "Hey, I want a wrestling themed terrain set." And so we did a big steel cage.
oh,
It
nice.
looked awesome. And then the one you were just at, EHA, came to us as like, "Hey, we want to do a Old West style."
Okay.
And Veronica was like,
Oh yeah,
"All
they
right,
were
let's
they
do
were
it."
awesome.
Yeah, and then War Games Con was like, "Hey, we want it to be Austin themed,"
Okay.
and so we did Austin theme.
So even from your own local, if you've got an army, so say maybe your army is orcs and you want an orc themed thing, and you say, hey, can you? They're not against taking and doing it. Like I said, I know she always seems to get a glimmer in her eye when I'm like, hey, I got an idea. She's like, ooh,
Yeah, let's do it.
let's figure this out. So it's been it's cool. Like I said, Joey's over. It's been 3 years now. I didn't even realize it's 3 years. I'm like, hey, let's sit down and talk. Oh, other thing I wanted to bring up before we kind of dive back into 40K, because I do want to get your thoughts on 10th. Talking about the stuff that you do. So one of the things that I've noticed too is you do a lot of the 40K stuff, but then if you have something, if you're a TO for another gaming system, I'm not saying they can do it, but if it's doable, I think they're open to it.
Yeah, we did a bunch of products for in country, and and Kill Wager.
Okay.
Yeah, we met him at War Games Con Houston, Warzone Houston, and he reached out to us. It's like, hey, can you do tokens for us? And we had a bunch of tokens that we did.
Oh,
So
cool.
it's like, hey, I have this idea. How can you do it? What's the best way to implement it? We'll do it. Like,
And so that's what's really cool is because they do that. And I say that because, as you know, on the channel, when you watch us, we're playing all kinds of games. Some games have support out already as far as tokens and so forth, and so it's like one of those you can get it, but then at the same token there are some games I played that they don't have the support that you would think they need, and Joe and them can do that. Or if you want custom ones for the game, so MCP or any of this, you want custom stuff, like I said, that's been the greatest thing from Joey and Veronica is they're willing to look at it. I'm not saying, and I will never say that, and it's always open to this is what it'll roughly cost, you want to do it, they can make it happen. It just depends on what you want. So that's actually, to me, that thoroughly means that you care about the community and you got into it, like you said, for the gaming aspect. So that's why I really appreciate, one, if you go to an event and see them, you actually are meeting Joey and Veronica. That is the people there.
Oh, yeah.
They're the same people that you're calling and contacting online. So
it's us.
it's just them, and they have a blast with it. So wanted to take and definitely talk about all of those things because I do thoroughly from my heart, just speaking to you and Veronica, if you watch it back, I do appreciate all that you've done for the 40K industry and just gaming industry in general, because it has helped a lot of things people don't realize. For me personally, setting up terrain, doing the things it takes to do it, it definitely has made it a lot easier running some events, getting some swag, getting some different stuff done, and then just if you want to see something really cool, go back and look at Jamie, our Votan video he did. they did all his stuff for that, which is just
Oh, yeah, we did.
amazing.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah,
yeah,
that's what I'm
I
saying.
forgot
No,
about
I
that.
mean, but that was a ninth. It was a different play style, but you still
Yeah.
all the stuff there, and he was so happy to have those things and go to places. So one personal thank you, greatly appreciate all that you do.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely, and we love doing it. And one of the coolest moments was at Yeehaw. They thanked us for the terrain and stuff, and then there was like 6 or 7 TOs for all the Texas events. It's like we did the terrain for all of those events.
Oh yeah, no,
Like,
that's
yeah, I was like, that's awesome. Like,
Yeah.
you know,
it just grows, and it takes and does it. And so one, having him on. Two, I know we don't have the largest reach, but we do have reach. So any TO, any person in a local area, no matter where you're at in the states, I guess even outside the states, if they're willing to ship it.
oh yeah, yeah. We for the in country we shipped to Australia.
Australia.
Yeah.
So if he's shipping to Australia, he'll ship sets to wherever, and they have a really cool way of doing it. So it packs up really nice. It's not like you're getting this big old 500-pound crate. Most of the time, depending on what you're getting, I can personally say the 20 sets we've got are setting in 2 tubs. I can put 10 sets in a tub the way they break down, and these are going to be identical. If not, probably I can put more sets in a tub based on the way they've got these stacking, which is awesome.
Yeah, Veronica was like every iteration of terrain gets a little bit better, like Iron Man suit. And it's like, okay, what was the problem with this one? Well, it couldn't stack, so the next one we could make it stack, or what could this one do or that? And so
not only that, I can safely say, just looking at one table's worth, knowing how I do in my bin, I know I can put 10, I might can put 15. So that means if you're talking about just a standard storage tub, I've got 30 sets of storage tubs. So just everybody put that in your head. That's 60-person event in 2 tubs. You're not taking up a full garage. You're not renting a storage space. It's freaking amazing. That's why I appreciate all they do, is because they make sure that it's not only good, but you have a place to put it. So
yeah, and stores too. We just did a bunch of sets for Dragon's Lair, and that's going to be one of the things too. It's all going to.
oh yeah, Dragon's Lair, one of our other sponsors. So if you're a store and you see this and you're like, or you're a gamer that goes to a store that needs terrain, have the store reach out to Joey. They do it for them too. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah,
So.
Stan's Book Stand too.
Oh, Stan's Book Stand.
Yeah,
Cool.
we just shipped that one.
So if you need terrain and you're a store owner, or you know a store owner, or you go to a gaming store, so not only tournaments but stores, because they do it in quantities. I mean, they can do it in large quantities, small quantities, whatever the store needs. It's really, and it's affordable. It's really amazing from that. So again, take and reach out to them on that. Now, what's your thoughts of 10?
I'm enjoying 10.
Okay.
I played I played 7 games of 10,
Okay.
and I'm definitely a Timmy right now. Like if you followed the breakdown, there's Timmy, Jace, and there's one other one.
Okay.
So what defines a Timmy is I really enjoy having big things, and I want my army to do this. I'm playing Dark Angels right now. I have a 10-man block of Terminators,
Okay.
and I have the Lion. That's going to be my list for quite a while. I don't care how good
If
it
you
is.
can deal with those,
Yeah.
then you've got
Yeah,
Joey in the
it's
corner.
like, yeah, like a Timmy will, like if there was an army that was dinosaurs, then I'd be the dinosaur. Like, I want something big and I want something
Hey,
fun.
Look,
Yeah.
the logo.
Exactly.
Look at the logo.
Exactly.
It's all on Joey right there.
Yeah.
He loves it. I mean, I will say this. We went out and ate with him, and his shirt was 2 T-Rexes. I was like, all right. So
Oh yeah, that was my daily wear.
yeah, that ain't even his normal custom wear. That's his daily wear. So that was awesome. Well, that's good. I have thoroughly enjoyed 10th. I like it. I've been getting to stream some of it. It's been fun. I do think there's a lot of nuances to the index. I've never played an index before because I started in the middle 8. So
You didn't play 8?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I didn't start 8. I came in the middle 8.
Okay.
So when Kill Team first launched, when I started playing. So for me, this is all new, but I'm definitely liking it. Definitely enjoy understanding it. Really enjoy streaming the games, talking about them. Playing is fun. I enjoy playing. I just play to play now. I roll the dice and have a good time. I actually, it's one of those, we were talking earlier about tactics. I've played 3 games on stream where I don't even roll the dice.
Oh yeah.
And I still can win the game. So dice rolling has nothing to do. Like everybody's so picky on their dice, they don't have a clue. It's all about tactics and what you move.
Right.
You just roll some dice. But I thought it was fun. But yeah. So anything you want to tell anybody as we take in?
No, just reach out to us. Come say hi to us at events. We love meeting new people, which was awesome at Yeehaw because it's a 50-person event. I didn't know half the people there, which is very rare.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of new people there.
Yeah, I know. I'm loving it. Yeah.
So it was really great from that standpoint. Yeah, it's an exciting time to be playing 40K. I mean, heck, it's exciting to play tabletop games. I will be honest with you, going through Because 3 years, so flip that back. You were coming out of COVID or going into COVID?
We were going into it.
Going into COVID.
Yeah.
Timing really messes with me on things. But
Yeah.
going into COVID, and you felt the shift of things going down, and now I feel like we're finally getting to a point that all gaming systems are starting to have crowds and people are engaging and just being able to be on the tabletop having fun.
Yeah.
So it's a great time to get into gaming. Definitely appreciate Joey for coming on. Definitely showing off the new stuff they got. Veronica, excellent job. As always, reach out to them. If you do reach out to them in a comment, if you're taking to doing it and you've seen this, just make a comment that, hey, we saw it on Heroic Scarer Gamers channel.
Oh, yeah.
And they'll be able to let us know. That way we might can figure something out. I don't know if we can do anything yet, but we might be able to do something. But we definitely want to see how it's reaching out. So with that, I appreciate it. Thank you for coming on just
Thanks
like
for having
normal.
me.
No
Yeah.
problem. Everybody have a good one. And you're going to get to see the top just because I'm going to do my little things that I normally do. And there's going to be a ton of dice, but it's okay.
So we move them?
No, we're good. Got a little thing here. At the end, as we always take and finish it out, I always tell everybody just to keep them rolling. And there's the top half of the train. It's really cool with the marker. Everybody have a good one. Well, crap. How about we do it like that because I forgot to hit the button. And we're just going to say it again because this is the way I do things. Everybody have a good one.